Hi VC, this is Aaron with Alamo, and today I'm finishing up the G's in my collection, and this is a really good section of records. It's got a lot of heavy metal, hard rock, a bunch of classic rock, a little bit of punks, and a little bit of reggae. It's really good section of records here. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Grand Funk, and this is Mark, Don, and Mel, 1969 to 71. Got this at a yard sale, so the cover's a bit trash, but you know it looks alright. It's just a split. And the record sounds pretty good. The records do. It's a double record here. And they're a really good hard rock band. I really like them. Then I've got We're an American Band. Good record here. Got that classic, Ain't Got Nobody, The Railroad, Creepin'. This is a really good record. They're a good band. Very underrated. Then I've got Shining On. Pretty cool cover there. And pulls out one of these. There's the pretty cool label too. I like that. So that's a good record here. And the last one I have is when they changed the Grand Funk Railroad, and it's Born to Die. Another good record. Solid band. Next up, I've got a reggae artist that I think is a little underrated. I'm not huge into reggae, but I like some of it a lot. I really like Peter Tosh and this guy. This is my second favorite, actually. For some reason, I never liked Bob Marley as much. I like him, but I was always Peter Tosh. You know, he was in the Wailers, but I really liked Peter Tosh. But this is Eddie Grant, Walking on Sunshine. Really good record. Very good reggae record. Very underrated. That title song is amazing. This is a demonstration, not for sale, promo copy. And yeah, this is a really good record. And then I've got his popular one, Killer on the Rampage, with Electric Avenue on it. Love that song. This whole album's good though. It's a good reggae record. It's a little more pop rock at times, but there's a lot of just straight up reggae on this too. Really good stuff. And then I got two 12-inch singles of Eddie Grant. I got I Don't Want to Dance and War Party. Next up, I've got a classic rock, folk, pop, psych band, Grassroots. Move along. Pretty good record here. If you haven't heard them, they're a good band, a good older band. I really like this. I need to get more of their records. Yeah, that's a good one. Then here's a band that I only have one record of, but this is an original copy of this. I really need to get more. I really like them. They're it's called Gravedigger, Heavy Metal Breakdown. Really good record here. It's kind of on the border of thrash. Really killer album. I need to get more of their records. I only have this one. Tyrant, Shoot Her Down, Storm in the Brain, Heavy Metal Breakdown. This is so good. Good record. And here's a really unique one. This is The Great Cat, Worship Me or Die. She's an amazing guitarist and a really interesting vocalist. It's really different. I really like this record. Very out there for the time. That song, Worship Me or Die, that's really good. Satan Goes to Church, Cat Possessed. But she's just a shredder. She shreds on that guitar. She's amazing. And this next band was my mom's favorite hard rock heavy metal band. She really likes them because of the vocalist. But this is a Great White. Their debut. This is, in my opinion, their best record. It's got the embossed cover there. It's pretty cool. This is the heaviest there ever were. Really good. It has Nightmares. They do a cover of Surrender from Cheap Trick on here. That's really good. Every song's good on this album. It's it's just great. Out of the Night, Bad Boys, Stick It. They're all good songs. This is the heaviest they ever were. Great record. Another pretty heavy one by them is Shot in the Dark. Another really good one. Face of Age, probably the biggest hit off here. Really good album. Early Great White's pretty heavy for, they're not as, they mellowed out a little later on. Then we got Once Bitten. This is an album that introduced me to this band. Of course, from the song Rock Me, the video was on constantly. It's also got Lady Red Light on here, and what else? This is a good record too. They always put it upside down here, huh? Yeah, this is really good. Mistreater, that's really good. Save Your Love, pretty good ballad there. And then we got Twice Shy, another really good one. My favorite songs off this were probably Missed a Bone and Move It. Heart of the Hunter is really good. My wife really likes that one too. Yeah, and this is a really good record here. That's probably my wife's favorite. My mom's is the next one. So, and the next one I have is Hooked. This has the original cover on it. Really good record. Call It Rock and Roll. You know, Congo Square is really good. Desert Moon. Heartbreaker. It's a little mellower, but the mellow songs are really good on there. They're almost probably the best slow songs they did were on this one. It's really good. Cold Hearted Lovin', that's a good song too. And here's a more modern, well, not modern, but more modern than them. This is 94. It's Green Day, Dookie. They're not my favorite, but I like a little of them. It's a repress of them. It's not, you know, nothing special, but it's all right. And then I've got their newest album here. And here's another newer band. And this band I really liked when they first came out. And I really liked their first EP. It's Greta Van Fleet, Black Smoke Rising. I really like this album. Very Led Zeppelin-ish, but there are a bunch of kids doing it. And I was really impressed with this EP. I like the song Black Smoke Rising a lot, Flower Power, and then their two big hits, Highway Tune and Safari Song. This album I really like. Their other ones I didn't like quite as much, but this one here was really good. And then I have From the Fires, which is basically the first two EPs onto one record, and this is pretty good too. It's good. And then they put out this record, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, and I like it, but it didn't catch me. It didn't resonate with me like the other two EPs did, which I like a lot better. But it's pretty decent. It's a good record. Next up, I got a couple of hardcore punk bands that did a split record, and it's Grimple and Logical Nonsense, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good punk, hardcore punk stuff here. I like that cover. It's pretty good. So the labels are pretty cool. There's the Grimple side, the Logical Nonsense side, I believe. I believe I got that right. Pretty cool record. I'm sure Vinyl Richie's got it. He's got great punk records. And next up is a great, really great underrated heavy metal band, and it's Grim Reaper, See You in Hell. Really cool record here. And these Grim Reaper records I have are all original. There's the label. But yeah, this is really good. I love this record. I listened to this a lot I think I still have the cassette of it. Then I've got Fear No Evil, their second record. Another good one. Very underrated band. They're not thrash, but they're not glam. They're like one of those bands in between, kind of like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and a few others. But yeah, they're really good. And then I've got Rock You to Hell. Maybe my favorite of theirs, and I love that cover. I really like the songs on this one. Night of the Vampire, the title song, Rock Till I Die, Suck It and See, really good stuff. And next up is one of my top 5 classic rock bands of all time. You know, I got the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. Actually, I like the Animals second, then probably the Stones in this band. And this is the Guess Who, Canadian band, great band. Burton Cummings is the singer, and he's just an amazing singer. Randy Bachman, of course, on the guitar on some of it. But this is a Wheatfield Soul. Maybe my favorite record they did. I really love this one. It starts off with These Eyes. It's got, you know, it's very psych, a lot of this record. You're not expecting that from Guess Who. The song Friends of Mine almost sounds like it's a Doors song. It's really cool. It's really long, and it really reminds me of the Doors. It's really killer. If you haven't heard Friends of Mine, check that one out. We're Coming to Dinner's Killer, Lightfoot. I think that's about Gordon Lightfoot, and it's a really good song. When You Touch Me, just every song on this. I love this record. Then next up, I got Canned Wheat. Another really good record by the band. Got Laughing and Undone. Undone is one of their best songs. I wish people would write on this stuff. I could use a better copy of this, better original. But this says, you know, killer record. I love Guess Who. Then, of course, I've got the classic American Woman with a great title song. And what I like about this record is it has the, there's the lyrics. I also have one that isn't a gatefold, but this record has the full version of American Woman. Usually when you hear it on the radio or on compilation records, it's not the full version. On this they have an intro where he's spelling out American Woman, and then it goes into the main part where everyone knows. And this is a really good record. It's got No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature, maybe my second favorite Guess Who song. No Time, Proper Stranger, really great album. And I believe at that point Randy Bachman left and they added a couple other members, and this is Share the Land. Really good record too. Yeah, everything with Burton Cummings, I don't really care for these kind of sleeves like this, but it's got the lyrics in there. That's cool at least. And yeah, this has some great songs too. You know, Hand Me Down Worlds is great. Bus Rider, of course. Share the Land, Hang On to Your Life. Really good record. Next up is So Long Bannatyne. Hello My Chevy Home. This has got some really good stuff too. It's got Rain Dance and Pain Train. Sour Sweet is a really great song. Killer record here. There they are. Back in the early 70s. And then we got the best of the Guess Who. And this, I think, is one of the best compilation records ever. So one of the, look at that track list. I mean, amazing, amazing. And I've had this copy since I was a kid. You listen to this, I mean, this is one of my introductions to music was this record here. I love this record. Every song I love. My mom really loves These Eyes. I still like that one too, but, No Sugar Tonight, Share the Land, all this stuff. Undone, great stuff. Then we got Rockin', the Guess Who, another really good one. There's the band. Yeah, everything of Burton Cummings. I mean, he's just such an amazing singer. I just love this stuff. Good stuff there. And then here's a really good one. This is Live at Paramount. And this has an amazing version of American Woman. It's like whole side of the record is American Woman, and then Trucking Off Across the Sky, which is just a jam, instrumental jam. And it takes up the whole side too of this. And I've heard there's versions of this. They re-released it with the whole concert. This is only like the highlights of this concert, but it's really good. Running Back to Saskatoon, I love that song. Really good stuff here. Then I got a couple of their early records that they were more 50s sounding, more just old style rock and roll, not what they became. And this is one of them here. It's called Wild One. There's the track list there. Well, this is more, leaning towards like, I don't know what you'd call it, like 50s style music. Which I don't like it quite as well as the other stuff, but it's still good. And this is the history of the Guess Who. Same type of deal with this one. Shakin' All Over, that was kind of a hit for them early on. And this is pretty good, that's what's on this one. Good record. And I got the Best of the Guess Who Volume 2. Totally, I really like these guys. Got a lot. Albert Flasher, Sour Sweet, Heartbroken Bopper, Glamour Boy, good stuff on here. And there's the band inside here. Next up I got Road Food. Another decent record, it's pretty good. It's got Clap for the Wolfman, I really like that song. Yeah, this is, all their stuff's good. And then this compilation, The Greatest of the Guess Who. And it's got stuff through their whole career. It's even got Shakin' All Over. Well, when the band was singing Shakin' All Over, it's called on this one. The other one just Shakin' All Over. It's got stuff from their whole catalog on here. It's pretty good to hear. Here's the label. If you want to see the track list, there it is. And next up I got one of the all-time great heavy metal, hard rock, whatever you call them, bands. And this is Guns N' Roses, Live Like a Suicide. Really good record here. This is basically the first half of Lies, where it's a live set. They do Mama Kin by Aerosmith, and You know, Nice Boys, that's great. Move to the City, Reckless Life, 4 songs. This is a repress of it, but it sounds amazing. This is actually kind of hard to find, even this repress. Then I've got the classic Appetite for Destruction. You know, one of the greatest records ever made. You know, Welcome to Jungle Paradise City, It's So Easy, Mr. Brownstone, My Michelle, on and on. Rocket Queen, Sweet Child of Mine, Anything Goes, you know. Every song is just really great on this. I also have a picture disc with the original cover up there on the wall. And then I've got the Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction alternative album. This is really good. It's demos and alternate versions of the songs from it. It's got every song from there except for Sweet Child of Mine. And the highlight of this is Mr. Brownstone, because it's acoustic and it's like they did the other songs for Lies, but it's Mr. Brownstone like that. And it's really killer. A lot of this has kind of weird sounds. Some of it sounds really good. Some sounds really good, but it's worth getting it just for Mr. Brownstone. It's really amazing. Then I got the Lost Appetite for Destruction Sessions. And they do Jumpin' Jack Flash and Heartbreak Hotel. Shadow of Your Love is on this. Move to the City, November Rain. Early version of November Rain that sounds nothing like on the Illusion albums. Don't Cry, Back Off Bitch, all these songs that they did during Appetite for Destruction, but didn't appear until the Illusion records. A few songs. So there's what's on here. This is really good. Has pretty good sound quality. And then of course I got Lies. Great record. I love the acoustic. You know, Patience is probably the worst one, but you know, God, that's really good. One in a Million's one of my favorites. I love that. Used to Love Her and You're Crazy are really good on this. And then I've got this bootleg one called Shattered. Use Your Illusion outtakes. It has pretty good sound. It's got, you know, just alternate versions of these songs right here. I'll just show you instead of telling them. It's pretty good. It's got, you know, Civil Wars on here. That's really good. Coma, you know, good stuff. And then I have the Illusions. There's Illusion 1. These are represses, but I used to have an original, and they look the exact same. They were the same with the opening, you know, no gatefold. And yeah, I love these records. I don't, you know, a lot of people don't really like them or only like part, but I, you know, the deep tracks on these are so good. Dead Horse and Coma and Bad Apples and Don't Damn Me, you know, Back Off Bitch, Bad Obsession. Dust and Bones is great. I love this record. That's probably I like this one a little better than 2. But I've got 2 as well. That's another really good one. You know, Shotgun Blues and So Fine. I love So Fine. That's killer. Locomotive, Pretty Tied Up. You Could Be Mine, which is supposed to be on Appetite, but just didn't quite make it. You know, Civil War, Yesterday's. Classic record. I love these. And I don't have their silver greatest hits, but I do have the gold one. More greatest hits. And this is pretty cool too. It's on white vinyl. And there's the band, the classic picture. It's got It's So Easy, Rocket Queen, One in a Million, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Yesterday, Civil War, Sympathy for the Devil, which is cool because I don't have it on this, and Whole Lot of Rosie live. They do a really good version of that, which is kind of cool hearing him do that because then later on he sang for AC/DC when they were touring. So, okay, I'm finishing out here with Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant. Classic album from the late 60s, or I think it's late 60s. It's like a whole story, whole house, you know. It's kind of a beat up copy, but it's a pretty cool record. Very unique, killer record here. So that does it with my G's, and I'll be going on to the H's next, and there's some great stuff in the H's. Yeah, until next time, rock on.